Hello, universe. Welcome to Off the Rails with Tom and Mark, the best comedy podcast in America. This is gonna be Off the Rails.
Welcome back, universe, to episode 85, our first ever 85th episode.
Coming to you from Coldwell Banker Homesale Realty Studio here in beautiful Grafton, Wisconsin.
And today, we have the ridiculously talented Dana Ehrmann. Hey, Dana.
What's going on?
Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
No
Our
problem.
pleasure.
So, should we do a little bit of a tease tape?
Sure.
I have a different name for it. But
Tease tape.
Tease
Sounds
tape.
painful.
Today we're with Dana Ehrmann. We're going to talk about jokes gone wrong on an airplane, a comedian having the police called on him for being a terrorist. We find out what's dumber, Austrian French kissing cows or nose hair extensions. Rodgers has a Game of Thrones cameo, even though people are petitioning to scrap the whole season. And Dana...
Because of Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah. And Dana answers my slap happy hot seat questions. So, let's do a little...
And now, a word from our sponsor.
Hi, I'm Jenny Shulka, Director of Human Resources at a family-owned and international company, Coldwell Banker Homesale Realty. With 3 offices in southeastern Wisconsin and some of the top agents in the industry, we are here to serve you in all of your real estate needs, whether you are buying or selling. If you are interested in a career in real estate, we offer an in-depth training program to make you successful. Call us at 414-443-2030 or email roy@cbhsr.com.
It is torture not being able to say anything during the music and during the promoter, the ad segment.
Thanks, Jenny. That's lovely, but we may have to shorten that up by about 5 seconds. It is a little long. We'll
Urge
get
to
that.
talk rising.
I know. Announcements. July 6th at the Briggs & Stratton stage. You can find us podcasting live. We're going to be at Summerfest. It's going to be a big old party. Stop out, say hi.
Buy us a beer.
Buy us a beer. We'll be interviewing the Appletones again. They're going to be playing at that stage from 12 to 2. We'll be there the whole day, though, so pop on out. And if you want some Summerfest tickets, go to our page, like, share. Molly, what do you all got to do on that? You set it up.
Like, share, and
Way to put her on the spot, Tom.
tag 2 people. I'm trying to do a lot of things over here, man.
You are great under pressure.
I had to process what you had actually said because I wasn't paying attention.
She has 2 earbuds in.
She's got 2 earbuds, 2 laptops, a soundboard,
She's
and her
listening
phone, got
to-
the live feed, reading the comments. Oh, and by the way, how's that contest work, Molly?
She's working on world peace over there, and you're asking her about giveaways.
Our stupid 4-pack of Summerfest giveaway. No, it's going to be great. We'll be announcing the winner soon. So, if you're looking to book some comedians, I'm currently booking stand-up guys right now. We got some other comedy tours.
The group is called Stand Up Guys.
Yeah.
You're not just booking randos who
I'm
are
booking
stand-ups.
stand-up guys. I'm booking an all.
Okay, that was the key piece of info. Yeah.
I'm booking.
I got some stand-up guys.
Yeah, I'm booking some stand-up guys.
Booking some
what
stand-up
about
guys.
stand-up gals?
I do have
I
an
commented
all-girl
on
comedy
that,
tour
yeah.
that
Oh,
I'm
yeah?
booking too.
That's awesome.
And I have a meeting with a lady, Kate,
About a dog?
from the Orenda, that we may have their first comedy show.
Nice.
Oh,
That's awesome.
So the
Sweet.
good thing about booking with me is you're going to pay, because I pay my comedians well.
You get what you pay for, universe.
So,
For example, this podcast is free.
Mark, you get a rim shot today. Awesome. All right, let's do some of these hot seat questions. You ready, Dana? I'd like to start out with comedians on the hot seat.
Ready as I'm going to be.
All right. When's the last time you flossed, danced, and teeth?
Oh, dance? Never.
Never?
I've not been able to figure that out.
Teeth, same thing.
Teeth last night. Actually.
You floss?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's hard to do. Usually when I eat corn on the cob is when I get a floss. So
Okay.
last summer.
I don't think I've flossed in 10 years.
Really?
Brush every day, twice, but no flossing.
Well, your dentist can't be very happy with you. They're always yelling at me.
I haven't seen my dentist in 20 years.
Okay, well that.
I have not seen my dentist since I went off my parents' dental plan.
Okay.
Thank God this retainer is holding up. So, Would a cross harm a Jewish vampire?
Boy.
That's a good one.
Mark, you got a Jewish vampire impersonation?
No.
Thank God. Thank God.
Random.
I need a little more lead-in time for something that deep.
I think maybe it's not about the religious aspect. Maybe they just don't
It's
like
just the
that
cross?
shape. Yeah.
Oy vey, you got some chutzpah coming after me with a cross.
I want
you
to drink
schmuck.
your blood, maybe.
There you go. I knew you had one in there. In a crowded movie theater, how do you work out which armrest you get?
It's whoever gets there first, really. It's just like on the airplane.
It's the muscle.
You claim your
You see somebody
territory.
coming and you...
Yeah, you get on there and you don't get off.
Do you
just take 'em
overextend
both?
and do both?
I think so.
Okay. I usually pick one and go all in on it.
Interesting.
You marry one
I
side.
lean to it, yeah.
Well,
This-
I mean, hopefully
the
you
wall
go with
right
enough
here.
friends where you got friends on both sides, and then you don't care about being a jerk to them, and you just take them both.
Okay.
Well, I'm not letting Tom use the armrest.
I'm making sure there's an armrest between us. We talk about sandwiches a lot on here on our hot seat questions. What are your thoughts about open face sandwiches?
I mean, they're delicious, but I'm not going to get into terminology. Is that still a sandwich?
Because then you would have to say, is pizza an open face sandwich?
The only open face I would eat would be like PB&J. I wouldn't do like an open faced like ham on rye with lettuce and tomatoes and stuff.
That's
Okay.
true. That would be weird.
Yeah, because that's too unstable.
I do peanut butter and jelly on toast, open face.
But yeah, that's
Yeah, but
basically
then
just
that's
toast.
toast.
That's toast. That's not a sandwich.
Okay.
Do you toast your sandwiches? Your PBJ sandwiches?
Dude, toasted
On
sandwiches
panini
are awesome.
presses, yeah.
Ooh, panini press. Look at this guy over here.
He bougie.
Didn't know he was doing that well.
I thought about this because my favorite smell is this time of year. So what is your favorite smell? Mine is lilacs. That's why I got a whiff of them earlier. And I'm like, oh.
Well, that's like a really beautiful answer. I was going to say like...
Belly button lint?
Like, no, but like
addicting.
street
Ooh.
food. Like, walking through a festival, you're getting some of that fried...
Yeah, the
goodness.
deep fryer.
Yeah.
Okay. That's pretty good.
And
Any
he says lilacs.
lilac. Well, then I know it's like the beginning of summer. It's like so many things. Mushrooms blossom when the lilacs do, so we go mushroom hunting. The white
like
bass.
morels and stuff?
Morels, yeah.
Oh, morels. That's how much I know.
That's all right. The white bass run, it's time of year for fish, and it's like the lilacs are just, it's awesome time of year for me. Any bad habits you wish you could break?
I mean, I've been nail biting all my life, but it's like at 26 at this point, I'm not holding on to...
I know a cure for that. I know what cured me.
Was it like putting something bitter on?
Kinda. I worked in a cadaver lab for 2 years.
I think
And you're like, oh, no.
So do you save money on fingernail clippers?
Yeah. Okay. I was walking down the street the other day, and this woman comes up to me and she goes, "Do you have an extra set of toenail clippers?" So
On
she
me?
asked me on the street. Not only did she think I would have a pair, but I would have an extra pair for her.
A pair and a spare, right?
Yeah, a pair and a
So this
spare
is a stranger asked you on the street if you had free toenail clippers that you could have.
that she could have.
Tick for
she's
keeps?
I
want
wasn't.
them back?
I'm not gonna. Yeah, take them
That's
back.
why you would
so.
carry two, because you're not letting her have your only pair.
That's true. But, long story short, I didn't have any. And she walked away disappointed.
Okay.
She could have been your new best friend.
She could have.
Now she's
we'll
just
never
a
know.
funny story.
Mm-hmm.
So we had T. Krulos on last week
T.
with Apocalypse Any Day Now. He says hello. He was going to leave you a note, but I think he forgot.
T.
Just hi. Would you take a one-way ticket to Mars?
Absolutely not.
No.
I'm really not into like space and so, like I don't care what's out there. I'm staying right here.
That's a long space flight. That's a captive audience. You could work a lot of material out on those guys.
Yeah, but are they paying you?
No, there's no money on Mars. You'd have to trade what you brought. That's the only currency
Come up with
on
your own
Mars.
You trade your
yeah.
comedy.
Yeah.
You
Ooh.
make them laugh, they give you food.
They give me food. Oh, what's the food on Mars? See, no, I don't even want to.
Potatoes?
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm
from the Mars.
listening. I'm listening.
Ron says he can't deal with live and that he wishes he could call in about the GOT petition.
Well, we'll
By the
get to
way.
that. Yeah.
Oh, we got that. Molly, let's get a phone number here. I know other podcasts have that you can call in. So set that up, please.
Sure, I'll set that up.
If by the end of the episode, if you could.
Sure.
Yeah. We know you're not doing anything over there anyway.
Getting right on that, man.
Let's restrict that to our personal friends who want to call into the show, not just put that out there for the public.
Anybody.
I think that
we'll
would be
get
great.
robocalls all the time.
Would you rather people liked or respected you?
Wow.
Rather they fear me.
Wow. I mean, it's weird because you think that if someone likes you, a little bit of respect comes with that, maybe?
Not always.
Right. And
Like, I
same
like
the other
Tom.
way. Yeah, but
He's
you don't
got
respect
no
him.
respect for me. No.
And if you respect someone...
He won't let me watch his goldfish.
I've seen you at the lowest of lows, sir. And you've seen me at some pretty low lows.
Yeah.
Oh, do tell.
Oh, geez.
Oh, many
no.
drinking escapades.
Okay.
Where one of us didn't black out.
We've been kicked out of different bars and hanging out together.
Yes.
Just split up.
I've seen you hitting on some low-hanging fruit outside my apartment.
Oh.
Hey, she was...
But I'll say respected.
She was like
Respected?
Yeah.
my 80-year-old neighbor. We go to the bar. I go to the bathroom. I come out. He's already been kicked out. We walked there because we're responsible drunks. Yeah. So I'm walking back to my apartment. He can't get back in. He doesn't have the key. But he's chatting up the old lady who lives in my building.
It's just being nice.
Outside.
Yeah, everybody needs love.
What long-lost childhood possession would you want back? Mark wants his hair.
No, the hair's overrated.
Okay.
Or just move some of that up.
No, I'm happy with it here. It's low
Okay.
maintenance. It's a lot of work up here. Like, what if, like, gel was all the rage when I was in high school, and now, like, you don't want to, like, touch it or break it or anything like that. Too much work. Fuck that.
Okay.
Haircuts, waste of money.
All
Waste
right.
of money. I still hold a grudge against the girl in the neighborhood who dumped my rock collection out.
Oh.
Yeah, isn't that mean? Isn't that one of the meanest things?
Did she
you've
put
ever
it
heard?
in, like...
Regular rocks?
And then
Yeah.
And then stirred them up?
And then I couldn't discern which ones had been mine. And then
Did you have special racks, or did you just pick a rack that looked cool that you liked? Or
stop trying to poke holes in this. Okay, I want that. I want my rocks back.
You want vengeance is what you want.
Yeah.
You want justice.
If I ever see her again, she better hope.
She
that
better
I
have a
don't
box of
recognize
rocks.
her.
I had a rock collection too.
Did someone dump it out?
I don't know what happened to them.
So, yes.
I think they went to my sister, and then I don't know what happened with them.
Okay.
But I did have them.
why do they say an alarm clock is going off when it's really coming on?
I'm not responsible for the word crimes of other people.
Do you believe in ghosts or aliens?
I don't believe in ghosts.
Okay. We've had ghost investigators in here. You are in a haunted
yes.
studio, just so you know.
Yes. I'm not picking anything up. I'm not getting any vibes.
All right. The globe is spinning.
I'm not going to look, which means it's not happening. Aliens, I mean, I don't think that much about it. Like, there must be... I would be surprised if there was something.
We need to specify. Are we talking intelligent aliens, or are we talking? Is there
bacteria?
Is there a
can be
worm
an
on
alien.
Mars?
Yeah,
because it's two very different things. There has to be worms on other planets. Are there intelligent spacefaring people species visiting Earth? Is what I think people think of when you ask, "Do you believe in aliens?"
Yeah, like I know that they say, you know, we're all made up of the same simple ingredients, so it's not hard to believe that there'd be other stuff out there. So I guess.
Okay.
But I don't even care to meet them.
And Earth wasted a lot of time on those dinosaurs.
Yeah.
That did not pay out.
No, it didn't. Not at all. And
If
then
I
the
gave-
raptors.
If I gave you $1 million cash right now, how much would you have left by the end of the day?
I think I would have most.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would just.
You double that money.
I would have 2 million. I would just like hit my student loans and then maybe get like one fun thing and then just sit on it.
About a car?
We talking cash money?
I
Cash
love my
money, a
car.
suitcase.
I would not change my car.
Okay. All right, this debate rages on with Molly and I. Do you call them hot pads or potholders?
Oh my gosh.
Potholders.
Potholders?
Yes.
Well, it sucks to be wrong because they are hot pads.
Hot
They're
pads.
pot holders.
Potholders is your cousin when the cop pulls you over.
Oh my gosh.
Well, a hot pad to me is like a heating pad you'd put on your back or
Like
something.
like icy hot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could see that, but if I was asking for one, I would say hand me the hot pad.
No.
Not bad.
I wouldn't say hand me the potholder. But if you said hand
Well,
me
I
the
don't
potholder,
cook, so I wouldn't be saying that to
I'd give you what you
anybody
wanted.
ever.
All right. So
I don't know why this is such a heated argument, though. It doesn't really matter.
Heated.
All
Yeah.
right.
Heated argument.
Yeah, it became one when we had some roommates a while back that they got into this argument with us, and it's been like a
and
long-standing
that's why you had
argument
to move
since.
out.
Yep. Broke up their marriage.
You take your potholders and you get out of here.
Gravy says hot pads. Well, you're
Gravy's
wrong.
right.
You're wrong, Gravy.
Good job, Gravy.
Gravy?
Yeah,
You're wrong about being called that, too.
that's his last name.
Okay.
He's with the paranormal investigators in Milwaukee.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, Ron wants to talk about Game of Thrones.
Let's do it.
So Aaron Rodgers had a cameo. Did you notice it?
I did not. I didn't find out about it till after the fact.
Okay. There, it looks like somebody can see him as an archer, maybe.
Yeah, that's probably him.
Okay. And then they have him.
I think, yeah, he was on the street too, running around.
Yeah, he was on the street running around. There he is.
Dana, do you watch Game of Thrones?
I don't watch it, but I heard that he was going to have a cameo, and I'm just like, why?
Well,
What?
what's his name? Ed Sheeran was on
Yeah.
for like 2 minutes.
To that, I also say, why?
Because, you know, if I was a celebrity, I would totally cash that in to be a stormtrooper or to be on Game of Thrones for 2 seconds.
Well, like
Daniel Craig in The Force Awakens.
from their standpoint, A-Rod and Ed Sheeran, I would totally do it. But from the team doing Game of Thrones, just like, why would you just throw someone in there that might distract from...
I don't know, maybe Benioff and Weiss have a teenage daughter and she loves Ed Sheeran? I don't
Just
know.
getting some dad points, yeah.
Hey,
Okay.
I touched Ed Sheeran. Who wants to touch me?
Talking about
Laura says
fathers and
potholders.
daughters. That's right.
Laura?
Laura.
Okay.
Thanks, Laura. And I'm commenting using your phone, so I liked that using, it looks like you liked it. So there.
We
You'll
should
have to go
Molly
back
put
and
up a
undo
Facebook
that.
poll.
That's dirty pool, Molly. Dirty pool. All right. So what's going on with Game of Thrones? They just had another.
Well, by the time this is released as a podcast, Game of Thrones will be over. The last episode is tomorrow night.
Okay. But it's live right now, so everybody.
Yeah, it's live right now on Facebook.
Well, there was a picture of somebody with a gold hand that wasn't CGI.
Jaime Lannister lost his hand in like season, I don't know, 3 or 4.
So they're having coffee cups on set. They're not CG. They just phoned it in. So now there's a petition of over. I checked yesterday.
It's
it was
the second to
300
last day on the job. Benioff and Weiss, they're already doing Star Wars next, so they got their next job lined up.
Okay.
You should be happy they're showing up.
So what
for
about
these.
the 330,000 people that want to scrap this season? I don't watch it, but you said it's terrible.
It is, but you can't always get what you want. Yes, it is terrible. The quality has gone way down, but you know, how often do you watch a show and the last episode is just a huge letdown? It doesn't hold up to the rest of the show.
And also that petition is probably like 5 guys with just a bunch of different names.
Yeah, it's Molly on my account, on the
Yeah.
Off the Rails account.
Exactly.
So,
I mean, it's kind of sad because it does hurt the rewatchability of the show
okay.
if the end is a big bummer. Like, I'm rewatching X-Files right now because I loved that show when I was a kid, and I stopped watching it when David Duchovny left the show. And so I never saw those last, like, half season or whatever. So now I'm rewatching it. I'm on season 7. I'm almost there, and I know it's going to suck. And I almost want to just stop watching.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, well, everybody have fun watching Game of Thrones.
And get over it, people. You know, yes, it does suck. They're not going to remake it no matter how many people sign this petition. Life's a bitch. And then you find another show to watch.
All right. Well, we got some comedy news here. There was a person kicked off a flight from Sacramento to Austin, Texas.
Do not joke with TSA. Is that the moral of the story?
It was a flight attendant they joked with.
Okay.
So they were stuck on the plane for a while on the tarmac
Before they took off?
before they took off.
Okay.
And I guess it was a couple hours. So the lady's coming by to fill up his water, and he makes a joke. Hey, you should be pouring vodka for everybody. Bad joke or whatever. They boot him off the plane. They had enough of it.
They booed him off the plane, or they booted him off the
They
plane?
booted him off the
They
plane.
booed him so much that he jumped from.
Yeah.
Well, that is in poor taste. I mean, I'm the first guy to make a joke in poor taste. I'll admit that.
Okay.
But much like during our openers, I just got to keep my mouth shut.
Yeah.
It's better for everyone.
Well, everybody on the plane was kind of defending this guy. Like, he didn't do anything. Why are you kicking him
yeah,
out?
I don't see it might have been stupid, but
I think it was a bad flight attendant attitude.
You make the joke right before you get off the plane.
Because you're kicking me.
oh, you want me to leave? Yeah.
Kick me off
I'll
at the
leave.
terminal I wanted to go to.
Oh, I don't have to wait for
Now
these
I'm
people?
first off the plane.
There you go.
Yeah, that's bizarre. And that was just in Sacramento, you said?
Yeah.
Oh.
So Southwest is trying to deal
And
with
the
this
comedian
lady.
was of Middle Eastern descent. That's the root of the.
No. This is a whole different story. I got a
Oh,
whole
okay. That's a
different
different.
one.
Okay, I was thinking of the
This
wrong
is
story.
this isn't a comedian. This is a guy like you and I telling a joke. Not Dana. She's a comedian. Black.
It's just some schmuck like Tom or me.
Yeah. This is just some schmuck. So if you want to get to he's got a really funny name. Ahmed.
Okay, sure.
He's an Egyptian American.
It's like Chris Christopherson.
Yeah. Tommy Thompson.
Yeah, there we
There we go. Okay. Any other same first last name jokes you guys got? Okay. So he's a well-known comedian, and he was making a joke about terrorism. So
Okay, that's a minefield right
he's
there.
on stage.
It can be done.
On stage doing his act.
Okay, so context. He's
Context.
there to make you laugh.
Mm-hmm. You're
He's
there
not-
at a comedy
He's
show.
not on a plane and you don't know he's a comedian.
Yep. So he says, "How many people here are from the Middle East?" And then when a few people clapped, he says, "Well, it only takes one of us."
I don't know about that one.
Okay, and then he says, "But seriously, lock the doors." So everybody was uncomfortable.
Yeah, the first part is iffy. That second part, that's a no. That's like yelling fire in a theater.
He goes on. I'm from Iraq. I'm from Iran. He said we could organize our own little terrorist organization.
Where is this comedy club? Is he like in a university or something? Or because if he's in like middle of nowhere, Texas, he's asking for it. But if he's like in L.A., he might get a
Florida.
little more leniency.
I knew
Florida.
it. I knew it.
Florida. It always happens in Florida.
Yeah.
Okay.
We are working on a segment called Florida Man.
I was gonna say Florida man calls the cops comedian.
So Off the Hook Comedy Club. Oh, they're getting close to
Okay.
sued by us.
Okay. Yeah.
One
Yeah.
word away.
Man. So somebody called the police and for a terrorist complaint.
I don't know if I would go that far. I would just be like, oh, OMG, not funny.
Well, we have a
Hashtag too soon.
professional in here. What do you think about this situation?
Well, I kind of agree. Like, you're gonna call the cops. If you don't think it's funny, you could leave.
Yeah.
And
Well, we're Midwesterners, so we're going to politely sit there and endure it
And
not
endure
say
it.
anything until we leave.
yeah, and then on the drive back, just I didn't like.
Oh, geez, that was just so uncomfortable,
jeez.
don't you know?
But yeah, I mean he's towing a line in comedy, but
Mhm. That's what comedians are supposed to do.
Yes.
but when you read it, like I laughed, and knowing that you'd be an audience member at a comedy show, yeah, I don't think you have to go that far. You could just be like, didn't like that, or yeah, I think that's okay.
What you got over there, Mal?
Sorry, I didn't want. Ron said it's potholders as well. The debate goes on, and potholders is winning.
Ooh,
And he
Ron
also
the Hammer
says,
Pertee says potholders.
If you're caught with weed, you're called inmate 657-894.
All right. Well, the police talked to him, and they said, "Don't change your material. This is just a weird couple or
just some
whatever."
uptight person.
Um,
It's like when people call 911 because McDonald's is out of chicken nuggets.
yeah.
The cops can't solve all your problems. Sometimes it just sucks.
All right, Molly. I wish we had. We're gonna have where people can see my computer shortly.
We're working on some cool stuff.
Again, if by the end of the episode,
If you could have that, please.
Yeah.
So let's make fun of Austrians for a little bit here.
Oh,
What?
There is
Oh,
a bizarre trend in Austria where you take videos and pictures of yourself French kissing cows. You go onto farms up to strangers' cows and kiss them.
this raises lots of practical questions.
Yeah.
Like,
Can
do the cows naturally want to lick you, or are they priming
Probably.
them with some peanut butter?
Cows are pretty defensive if they have little ones around. So you are not going to want to be around a 2,000-pound animal that doesn't want you around
Are
his
they
baby.
kissing cows or bulls? Lady
Cows.
cows or
Yeah.
okay.
We got all kinds of pictures here. Here's somebody giving the cow flowers.
Is this a specific herd of cows where this is their thing they
It's
do?
the Caucus Challenge in Austria.
Can
Germany
you
and
imagine?
Austria.
This is finally something that makes farmers go, please, if you're going to mess with our cows, just tip them over. Like, don't,
Like I
don't
say,
kiss
just,
them on the
just
mouth.
tip them. Leave a couple of bucks.
Yeah.
Leave some money over on the dresser.
Please don't spread your disease to my cow.
Oh, my
But-
word.
Yeah, they got
So this is clearly someone who came up with this challenge, just wanted to mess with people, and then
So-
started spreading it around like it was a real thing.
So do you
Let's
think
see
there
how
was
many people do it?
yeah.
someone who was in bestiality just wanted to cuddle afterwards, and the cow started kissing him?
Oh, why you gotta go
Shivers
there?
down my
It's,
spine.
It's for a good cause. So you say, I'm like, you know how Facebook has your birthday, whatever cause you want?
Oh, yeah.
Be like, okay, if we do this much money for this cause, I'll go kiss a cow.
Oh, so it's like a challenge.
Yeah, it's a challenge. Like,
Okay.
if I get this many likes and shares, I'll go to neighbor Farmer John up here and make out with his cow.
Let's clear it with Farmer John first.
They're not clearing it with Farmer
Ooh,
John.
that's the problem.
Or the cow, frankly.
Yeah.
Well, the cow looks like it's complicit. If the
I
cow
don't-
doesn't want to lick
you
you, it ain't licking you.
It will let
Hey,
you know.
I guess I'll take your word for it.
You're not
I
pulling
don't-
that tongue out and forcing it on you.
So there were, in 2007, 2017, in the UK, 54 separate incidents of cattle injuring members of the public, and
See?
a quarter of them are fatal.
See, if the cow don't want it, it ain't happening.
Okay, well, see, I didn't have those stats.
My
before.
buddy, Gary, I won't say his last name, we were young, and we were watching Beavis and Butthead, the cow tipping episode, so we thought we would go cow tipping up in Newburgh. And it was the middle of the night, and as we got closer, the cows just kept getting bigger and bigger. And they're humongous when you
Yes.
get up near them. And we didn't even
You
get any
chickened out?
closer. No, they were like mooing at us and awake. We're like, what are you doing? It's 3 a.m. You
Yeah,
know?
you're not supposed to be like this.
You're not. This
It's
is
your first go. It's not their first go.
Yeah.
What are you doing? What are you
So
doing?
I couldn't even get near them. They were frightening. Just giant Newburgh cows.
Hmm.
So I don't. Look at the head difference between that guy's head and the
Yeah.
cow's head.
That's 3 of those guys' heads.
Jeez. So, here's another trending thing that nose hair extensions. What do you ladies think about that? Think of fake eyelashes.
Well, women do hair extensions all the time.
Yeah, but okay, where is this? Florida
Hold
again?
on.
Or?
No, this is trending around the world. Check this
I was
out.
gonna say,
Oh.
is this
Look
like,
at that. That's why I wanted to have that camera ready today.
Oh.
like I've seen some groomed body hair in like India,
Okay.
like that culture. It's not as off-putting as it is in American culture.
See,
Right there.
That would be so uncomfortable, and like you'd be.
So it looks like you glue fake eyelashes to your nostrils.
Okay, so you're not weaving it.
No, I don't think it's
Okay,
weaving it.
okay.
you know, I try to trim my nostrils regularly.
So do I.
Because I got the beard, so sometimes they go unnoticed, and then I realize one day, oh my god, I got
Oh,
nose hairs
no.
working their way into the beard.
This
Need
is
to
the
keep
first
the
guy
line.
I've
Hold
seen.
the line.
This seems to be something girls are doing.
Yeah, this is very bizarre.
Is this a joke?
No, this is a trend.
And you said
Okay.
it's
Trend
worldwide, so
where?
like some of it's here.
You
Some
guys
of
want me to
it's-
have all the answers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is it actually a trend where people will go out and do this, like in public, or is this just an internet? Let's do this.
These all
and take
appear
a
to be
picture
selfies. Yeah.
to see what kind of reaction we get.
Listen, a lot of this is happening on Instagram. So
Okay.
Mm,
nose
it's still
hair,
gross.
lashes.
Would you think? I don't know if either of you two ever do fake eyelashes. Would that be hard to
No.
put in your nose?
I've
never
no clue.
used one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Me
Do I
neither.
look like I use fake
I don't know,
eyelashes?
like for weddings and stuff when you get all
No.
dressed up. Like I'll shave parts I don't normally shave for a wedding. So
Yeah,
kind
no.
of. Never
I've
mind.
never
We're
tried
doing a clean
fake
show,
eyelashes.
Mark. But look at
So this is so
what does that
Weird.
add to beauty? Having hair coming out of your nose, like,
Well,
does
people-
it make like a shadow somewhere to
Some
make your
people-
facial features?
some people like the au naturel armpit hair.
I don't
So-
think
But
it's
this
for
is
beauty.
way
I think
more
it's,
than natural nose hair. This is
what do you think it's for?
I
It
think
doesn't
it's
even-
just more of a
The curtains don't
just
match the
to
drapes.
Be different and get
She's a blonde.
Attention.
with
attention,
black
get
nose hair.
page shares, get I don't know.
Does the nose hair match?
Yeah, like
the
get a lot of
drapes?
views on the photo or something.
Yeah.
As
Well,
weird
she's a
as
fake
it
blonde. Look at her eyebrows.
I guess you're right.
As weird as it seems to me now, like all it's gonna take is like Kylie Jenner doing it once, and all of a sudden we're all gonna be doing it.
You would do it?
I wouldn't do it, but a lot more people
would you do it for charity?
Do a comedy show with crazy nose.
Sure, for charity, I guess.
To give $5 to World War I veterans.
Maybe I'll just give $5 to the few World War I veterans.
The one guy that's left.
Yeah.
I would think depending on what it is, like when you're breathing, you'd be breathing that in, and it would just be irritating.
I know when I have to trim my nose hair, I'll just be driving and I can feel a wiggler.
Your nose hairs filter the air, so theoretically your air would be cleaner.
Yeah, Molly.
That's why, like, if there's like gas in the air, you should breathe through your nose rather than your mouth.
But how do you blow
should
your
try
nose
it, Mark.
with nose hair extensions? Isn't
You
your
don't.
cleanest?
Yeah, what if you get a cold? And
These people don't have allergies.
Oh, jeez.
In the winter, they'll just be like
dripping.
icicles.
Yeah.
I blow my nose so hard I find hairs in the expectorant.
I find
Brag
brain.
much? Wow.
Okay, this got really gross really fast.
If there's not a chunk of brain, I ain't blowing hard enough. All right, we'll do speed rail later. Interview with Dana Ehrmann. Let's hear a little bit about your backstory, Dana. Let's hear
Oh,
how
that
you...
general?
Yeah, let's go right off that. Right off the bat, I'm easing it in.
He's in, yeah.
Oh, sorry, that sounded dirty, but it wasn't meant to be. Yeah.
How did you get into comedy?
There we go.
Here we go. So I got into comedy when I went to college. Right when I started
At Carthage.
at Carthage.
Correct.
Somebody, yes.
Creeper.
It was like I was looking for something new to do, and stand-up was like a club you could join, like anything else.
Okay.
And so, like, I joined, and there was a meeting where everybody just got together and wrote jokes, and then we had a show. And if the first show had gone poorly, I probably wouldn't have kept doing it, but it went pretty well, and I've just done it ever since.
So, who was the leader of the comedy troupe in college? Did you have a student, or was it a professor?
It was just another student. It
Okay.
was a senior, so they kind of ran things and
Who'd
gave it.
Who'd you perform for?
Just other students.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just like a campus event where, like, hey, we're gonna be in this room at 7 p.m. on Friday. Come down and see.
No cover charge?
No cover charge.
I'm there.
And it went well.
It went well, but I mean,
You
It's-
destroyed the room.
sort of. But it's
Yeah.
so much like other comedians, their first time doing
Everyone's got a horror
stand-up
story. Yeah.
is like at a bar at a true open mic, and that's so much scarier than what I had. I was just doing it in front of like
Peers.
my friends.
Yeah.
Whereas people do it at an open mic at a bar, it's just a bunch of people who don't want to be listening to you anyway. And so I give everybody else a lot of credit.
So no hecklers that first day.
No.
So how did you transition from room 242 at, the college to...
How did you know it was room 242?
To the
My
yuck
God.
yuck room.
I am that good.
How did I transition from there to?
Yeah, how'd you go do your next show?
To a
And
club
that
or
didn't
a
just
bar.
die out right there.
Oh yeah, well, like throughout college, it was just that. That's all we had. But then, like when I graduated and I moved back to Milwaukee, then you just kind of investigate, like Google where the open mics are at, and just show up there and try to transition into like the real world of it.
Nice.
So that's what I did, and then you just gotta like do open mics for a while, do well enough that anyone running a show asks you to do it.
Okay.
Did the material you did in college make it to the material you did in the bars? Did it last?
Some of it.
Okay.
Some of it. Like, I'm still doing some stuff that originated in college. I just think you get a lot better at it and refine it and come up with better stuff to go with it.
Okay. So do you consider yourself a clean comic?
I mean, yeah, it's not like a concerted choice. That's
Yeah.
just kind of how it's ended up.
Okay.
Yeah, I really...
Tom, her grandma listens.
Nah, she's dead.
Oh.
Dead. But yeah, I think it's just turned out that way. And I think, I mean, describing yourself as a clean comic can be helpful in some ways because some people will only want to book you if you're that. So I think it's helpful in getting some gigs.
Well, when I have like families over for like barbecues or whatever, it's nice to be able to put on a stand-up special or something in the background. And it's nice if it's clean, if there are kids there. That's all. Mm-hmm. So I think there's definitely a place for clean comedy.
Totally. And I mean, yeah, if you can make people laugh clean, like, no one's going to have an objection to that, whether or not you like dirtier stuff.
Yeah. You do a lot of self-deprecating humor, though.
That's my sweet spot.
Yeah.
That's where I live.
That's your jam.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What is your strategy for hecklers? Since you're clean and you can't really tell them what you would want to tell them.
Well,
then you would be surprised.
Well, it's funny. Like when we say clean, like I guess I'm more, like I'm not vulgar, but like I'll swear once in a while. So I guess if it got really bad, I wouldn't have a problem like dropping some swears. But really, like so rarely are the hecklers like you see in movies and on TV where they're like yelling like you suck or whatever. Like a heckler is really just someone yelling something out because they think they're adding.
Yeah, they think they're helping.
They think they're helping, and for that, like, it's hard. You just gotta like say something in the moment. Maybe that's funny, or maybe that just lets them know like you're done now. Yeah. Like I got this. But I can't even say I have a strategy. It's just like whatever feels right in the moment.
Okay. So you opened for Hari.
Yeah, Hari Kondabolu.
Thank you very much.
Yes,
indeed. He's the guy from The Problem with Apu.
Yeah.
And Charlie Barron's, Dan Soder, Sean Patton. Best Bars in America. Did you do that one when he was doing the Milwaukee show for Best Bar in America? How'd you get involved with these guys?
So a couple different ways. So there's I don't even know what you call it, a company called Milwaukee Comedy in Milwaukee. There's a guy, Matt Kemple, who produces shows all over. And so he'll get people coming through and he'll book them like Hari Kondabolu. And then it's just hopefully you've worked hard enough and made enough of a name for yourself that you'll be asked to open for them. And then that's kind of how I got hooked up with Charlie Barron's too, is he was coming through Milwaukee playing Turner Hall. And if someone comes to like Turner Hall or the Pabst Theater or the Riverside without an opener, they might reach out to Matt Kemple at Milwaukee Comedy and say, hey, do you know somebody who might be a good fit? And like me being cleaner and just kind of the way my stage persona is, he recommended me. And so I got to do a show with him, and then Charlie's been nice enough to kind of take me along to more shows than just that.
Oh, that's awesome. Let's give Matt Kemple of the Underground Collaborative a little bit of a boost there. He does a great show. There's just all kinds of stuff going on. Go check it out if you want to know where the Milwaukee comedy is happening right now, since there's not a big comedy club, really.
Yeah.
So I would check out the Underground Collaborative for your comedy needs right now. And a lot more goes on there, too. So
Yeah, the Underground Collaborative is cool. There's comedy, there's plays, there's fine art, lots of stuff.
Yeah. So let's talk about your podcast that you have coming up.
Yeah.
A little bit. Let's push that.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it's called Sweet Little Ladies, and
it sounds adorable.
It sounds adorable because it is. It's me and then Reagan Niemola. She's another comic in Milwaukee, a great friend of mine, and I think we just wanted to work together on something, first of all, because we're really good friends. And I think we have just a really good banter and chemistry that we thought would lend itself well to a podcast. And so we've recorded a bunch of episodes, and we're just kind of waiting to make that big drop and get it out there.
You don't have a time set yet? You want to get all your ducks in a row first?
Yeah. And as you know, there's a surprising amount of ducks.
Can you tease any of the stuff you've talked about?
Yeah, we do. We have done like a topic per episode. So we just did food and therapy. We've done sports. We've done being a tomboy. And what's the other one? It's not coming to me, but
I haven't heard it yet. So
yeah.
I can't help you out.
Tom, what is it?
Sorry, I'm only so good at
everything else.
I know. So that will be coming soon, and you're going to have a Facebook page.
And then we got an Instagram for that. And then I'll be pushing it out on my own pages,
we will definitely share that with you. So
thank you.
Yeah, let us know when it's released.
Yeah, we'll pump it. We'll get people to like it right away. Try to get you get you some listens there.
Yeah, thanks.
You still run a showcase at the Peanut Butter Jelly Factory?
I'm not sure exactly.
Okay.
So we've done like 3 shows there. And then I know we were going to discuss when the next one would be and kind of the frequency of it. Should we do it every month or every other month? But then I kind of haven't heard back for a while. So I don't know. Maybe we'll cap it at 3 and just, call it.
It's a nice
call it right
magic
there.
number.
Yeah.
But coming up, you're going to be a featured performer at the Cream City Comedy Festival. Where's that going to be?
Well, that actually was last weekend. Last weekend it was
Worst
at a
stalker
lot of
ever.
Yeah. It was just a lot of venues around Milwaukee with comedians from all over the country. It was pretty cool, though. It was pretty cool.
Well, then what do you got coming up next? I failed here. I failed hard. I didn't do my research properly.
You had one job, Tom.
You
and
did,
that's
but
to
you were
do
doing
everything.
it last week and you weren't thinking.
I prepare these episodes ahead of time, and sometimes I botch it. That's
Hey, I
it
forgive
happens.
you.
Thanks.
I
So
forgive
how'd
you.
it go, though?
No, it went really awesome. There was a show that normally happens in Chicago, but they brought it up here. It's called Verified Laughs, where people compete, and whoever the audience likes best wins and gets to do a paid spot at the Laugh Factory in Chicago, and I won that.
Sweet.
So
Excellent.
I'll be doing
Congratulations.
those. Thank you very much. But yeah, coming up next week, I got 2 shows. Next week, Thursday, which is like the 23rd. It's called Deep Space. It's at Hawthorne Coffee Roasters in Milwaukee.
That's next weekend? Or
Thursday.
It's Thursday,
It's
the
this
23rd.
Thursday. Okay.
Yeah, not sure.
This will
Am I
be out on
confusing?
Tuesday, so.
Oh, perfect. It's a pretty cool show because there's stand up and then improvisers do improv based on the stand up that was just done. So it's very cool to like see someone take something from your joke and create a whole scene out of it. And then after that, on Friday the 24th, there's a show at Sprecher Brewery in Glendale that I'm going to be on.
Oh, okay.
So that's pretty cool.
Nice.
Okay. Milwaukee Comedy Festival, are you going to be involved in that at all?
Hopefully. I'll definitely, no matter what, I'll definitely be there as an audience member and maybe volunteer, but I have applied. And right now they're going through all the submissions and everything. So fingers crossed, get on a good show there.
Awesome. Well, I can't wait for your podcast to come out. If you want a guy to get things wrong on it, just let me know. I'll show
You need
up.
a big dumb man to do big dumb man things.
Big dumb man.
Always need one of those.
Awesome. Thanks. Let's wrap it up with a speed rail here. There's zombie raccoons in Chicago.
Oh crap!
Viruses are causing them to walk on their hind legs and bare their teeth.
no.
That's terrifying.
It can be transmitted to dogs.
Ooh.
I don't have a dog, so that's fine.
So watch out for the zombie raccoons. Cleanest bathrooms. Quick Trip is rated for
I
the
love
cleanest
Quick Trip.
for a 3rd year in a row. But I'm going to give the universe a tip. If you got to use the bathroom and you don't want to be bothered, grocery stores.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
That's a good one.
Nobody poops where they eat. You can
Except you.
except me. I don't even shut the door when I'm
Oh.
You know what? Maybe shut the door.
okay, maybe. When I was in college at UWM, I always went to the School of Nursing. It's 95% female enrollment.
Oh,
So
and
there
they
you
men's
have
go.
bathroom was
Equal amount of bathrooms.
Yeah.
That's smart.
So,
I just go to the 3rd or 4th floor of any building, and that's usually a good bathroom.
Game respect game. Yeah.
girls, if you're at UWM, I would recommend the physics building if you don't want to be bothered. Because that's mostly males. that
Mostly the
enter that.
fellas.
Or
Yeah.
just use the men's bathroom in the nursing area.
No one's going to bug you in there. Mark, do you remember?
Yeah, I remember. You remember? I remember.
You remember the cassowary bird that killed its owner in Florida?
No. I'm
Yeah.
sure we talked about
Yes.
Okay.
it. I forget many
Molly,
things.
you remember that? Okay, it's a giant raptor-like bird.
Okay.
It's up for auction now, so you can buy this man-killing bird. This man-murdering bird.
How much would you
I
pay
think
for
I'll
a bird that's
pass.
tasted human blood?
Nothing. Just
6 feet, 300-pound bird
Jesus.
with a 6-inch raptor claw.
Is it
Yeah.
even legal to own that anywhere?
Not really,
It
but this
owns
guy
you
did.
in that at that point.
Gravy says open door policy.
Open.
They found out that the reason why they killed the man, he was going after its eggs.
Oh,
Okay, well, that's just
reasonable.
instinctual.
Yeah,
That's really dumb of him.
I can respect that behavior.
So I don't know why this is a news story, so I threw it on here, but everybody's butthurt because Friends is getting pulled off of Netflix.
Mm.
So
I didn't know Friends was on Netflix.
they're taking it off.
I don't care for Friends. My sister loves it. You a big fan of Friends? It might be a little before
I've
your
only
time.
seen like a couple of episodes.
Okay.
There's a lot of other stuff out there. You'll
Yeah.
be fine.
What is your favorite show right now? What are you watching? Kids still watch Seinfeld.
I'm a big fan of Seinfeld. 30 Rock's like my favorite of all time.
Okay.
Love
Yeah.
that show.
Britney Spears' manager claims she may never perform again. Not even if there's a fire.
Yeah, kind
Does
of
he
like
say
how
why?
GNR will never tour again, or Kiss will never get back together again, and then they get back together again.
I guess once you have your first public breakdown, they happen quicker, so they can't really push her out on a tour because she's getting close to breaking down again.
Well, she just got off residency. Wasn't she playing like 5 nights a week in Vegas
In
or something?
Vegas,
It
yeah.
was,
Yeah.
She's does not want to live in Vegas.
That's a lot of shows.
I wouldn't
She could
wanna-
take a couple of years off and no one would bat an eye.
Yep.
Yeah.
So June 5th, McDonald's is bringing June 5th. It might be somebody's birthday in here. Anybody wants to remember that?
Hint.
McDonald's is bringing bacon-loaded cheesy fries. What do you guys think about that?
Sounds delicious. I'll be in line.
I'm having a cheat day on my birthday.
I need to see these.
It's McDonald's French fries, so it's already the best French fries.
Yeah, but is it like when I was a kid, they had like the cheesy fries. You got a little cheesy cup and you just peeled back the lid. Is it just that with little bits of bacon in it?
The picture showed it's all on top
The
of your
picture
fries.
always looks awesome.
What it should be is a giant ladle of bacon dumped on the fries, and then a giant ladle of nacho cheese on top of the fries, and that's it.
What
Yeah.
if they don't have it on June 5th? What if they're not ready on June? Will you be like
Riots.
super? It's Tom's birthday. He's saying he wants to have a cheat day and he wants those.
Don't
He'll be
drive there
mad.
because your car will get flipped if they're not there.
I will be upset. Speaking of upset, Grumpy Cat died.
I
Internet's
heard
not
about
taking
that.
it. Well, 7-year-old cat.
It's not that old.
Not
I was gonna
old for
say,
a
that's
cat.
pretty
Although,
young,
wasn't
right?
he a perma kitten or something?
I don't know much about Grumpy Cat.
That's like the equivalent of dwarfism for cats, so there may be a
Mm.
lot of medical issues involved.
Oh, that's why its face
That's,
looks
yeah,
grumpy.
I think so.
Oh, I
Okay.
did not know that.
This one no one's gonna get except me, but I thought it was kind of funny. Big horse race today, the Preakness, second leg of the Triple Crown, and it's being sponsored by Dairy Queen. You guys know why that's funny?
No.
Okay. The winner of the Kentucky Derby, Country House, won by disqualification.
Yes.
So now
Oh, DQ.
DQ is
Oh.
sponsoring the Preakness.
Nice.
That was
Get
kind of a
DQ'd.
stretch.
It's,
That's clever.
funny.
they're
How-
cashing in on it.
That's cute.
you got to do is you got to get your DQ logo there.
That's what they're doing.
yeah.
It's
You
the
got
Preakness.
DQ'd. Or the DQ cam. You could DQ people in the audience.
What if DQ sponsors it and there's another disqualification?
Oh,
That's what they're hoping
That's
for.
what they're hoping
So
for.
you follow the ponies. How
Yep.
did that happen? The disqualification.
Apparently, Grumpy Cat's real name was Tartar Sauce. Is that real?
Sure, why not?
Oh,
No one's gonna name
that's
a
why it
kitten
was
Grumpy
trending
Cat.
the other day.
Okay.
So, when two horses are running, you have to stay in your lane. So, if it's not like horse racing where you can cut someone off. The horse that was leading,
So horse racing isn't like horse racing?
car racing, sorry.
It's like track and field where after a certain point it's fair game. You can
Yeah.
run anywhere you want.
No. Basically, if you win the Kentucky Derby, you're set for life. Stud fees are $500,000 for the chance to get a horse pregnant, and this horse will do that 5 times a day for 20 years. So
That's
the amount
just
of money.
that's just a jar of horse expectorate. That's not
Yeah.
That's not a night with the pony.
No.
No.
So that is crazy amounts of money, and they're running on 25-cent pool cue legs. So when you got a horse that's going to pass you, if you get your legs tangled,
You buckle shins.
not only are you two going down, there's 22 other horses that are all going down. So you have to let a horse pass you, not cut it off like
Okay.
Dale Earnhardt.
Gotcha. No lane changing.
So this horse technically moved over 5 lanes.
How is that marked? Because it's just mud. There's no like
You
lines.
can
It's
like,
see.
you
like
can
Olympic
see the
track.
lines there.
There's like
It's
a
like
rut.
plowed.
Our lines? Okay.
Yeah, there are lines. So this horse moved over about 5 lines, and it caused 4 other horses to go basically have to pull up or die.
Well, shouldn't they
Is-
rerun it then?
Yeah.
Pull up or die.
You
No,
can't
If
rerun
all
that
these
race.
horses had to adjust for safety reasons,
Mark, they have to wait like minimum 2 weeks to run again. The horses run so hard just for their health
we
to
can
come
do it
back.
again in 2 weeks.
Well, that's what the Preakness is.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't just
That horse is
reset
not running.
them at the
Country
start
House is not
line.
running today, so you can't just.
Coincidentally or because it was disqualified?
Both. The trainer doesn't believe that you should run them every 2 weeks.
Okay.
First of all, and then once you win the biggest horse race of the year on a DQ, you're like, well, if I race them again and get my ass kicked,
So
Yeah.
the track is just one
then I
turn?
should- yeah, it depends. They start in
So the
different
inside-
spots.
Okay, so they are staggered so that they're all running the same distance. There isn't like the inside track is a little shorter.
No, they
than the
don't
outside
stagger them.
track.
You get a draw.
So you
Yeah.
Okay.
You can pick, like, there's 20 horses. They do a number draw and then say, where do you want to start?
Okay, so there is
They don't just assign you. You get to pick where you want.
Okay, so it's not like pole positions where the top rated horse gets the best spot.
No.
Okay.
No, they do a draw and then you say, this
My horse
runs-
likes the outside.
Yeah, this one runs out of 7. But then you run out of numbers and it's like number 20 is like, there you go. That's what you get.
We get. Okay.
Yeah. So I thought that was kind of
How often does the horse in the short spot, the first spot, win? Does that happen a lot?
Doesn't matter.
I
They
was just
win
curious.
equally wherever. It
Okay.
depends. It depends where, if you got a front runner.
Like if I know
You want
nothing
them on
about
the inside?
horses, should I always bet on the first lane? Is that going to pay off in the long run?
You've
I don't
sparked
have those
something in
numbers.
him. He
Yeah.
Well, now it's statistics. Now
Well-
it's math.
The Belmont's in 3 weeks, sir, if you'd like to go.
I'm not going to the race.
Well, we can go to Potawatomi and bet the race.
Yeah.
Bet the ponies.
Tom's dad will be there.
Yeah.
He bets the ponies.
Did you bet anything on the?
No, the wind went out of my sails this year because the horse I wanted to win the Derby, they scratched on the Thursday before. So then all my bets had this horse in, and you'd have to just do so much more
Okay.
research and like I don't even want to play no more, guys.
I got married on the day of the Derby, not realizing it, and Tom was in my wedding. So he's like, "We got to go to the bar at 2:00 or whatever."
5:30.
Yeah, before the reception, but after the service.
Yeah.
We
He's
gotta
gotta watch the
photos.
Derby.
Instead of photos, we're at the bar watching the race.
Yeah. And I won that day.
I think I was the real winner, sir.
You.
Aw.
My wife's not listening.
I was gonna. She's not. You can stop.
That's all right.
We have a functional marriage. We each do our own things.
So, real quick, what are your thoughts on Robert Pattinson being the new Batman?
Oh, Pattinson. Yeah.
Robert Pattinson.
He. The issue I have more than him being the Batman is why we're getting another movie so fast.
Right?
Another
With
Batman.
a different Batman.
Because money.
Because money. I mean, it's just so stupid. Like Bale, always and forever.
That's for
Well,
you?
Yeah.
We grew up
Yeah,
in the
I
era
agree.
of
Michael Keaton.
Keaton to
Well, Keaton, yeah.
who was after
Val
Kilmer, Keaton, Kilmer,
Clooney.
Clooney,
Yeah.
and then Vale.
I still
we
like
started
Christian
strong,
Bale as
and then
Batman.
we had a couple bad Batmans there.
Yeah, like Bale was the serious good one, but I love Batman and Robin and Batman Forever. They're so delightfully bad.
Yeah.
I'm going to agree with you that they're bad. Let's just agree to disagree. I've always been a big fan of the animated series from the 90s with Kevin Conroy as Batman.
I don't think I've seen that.
I think it still holds up. If you don't mind, not the most expensive animation in the world from the 90s. There's a few parts that look a little rough, but for the most part, it still holds up. It's a great show. Kevin Conroy is my Batman.
All right.
Were you a big fan of Ben Affleck?
I didn't even see his, and I think
That's
Ben
how much of a
Affleck
fan.
is,
You and the rest of the country.
Yeah. So please go to our website if you're going to shop on Amazon. I can tell you about some affiliate programs you should be with. We'll get you hooked up with that later.
So you can go to our website and you'll tell them about affiliate
No,
programs?
I'm going to tell for her podcast. We got to get her on some affiliate stuff.
Right on.
You're going to shop on Amazon, use our link. We get a kickback. Please like, share, review. Go tell me I suck.
Yeah. Tell Mark to shut up.
It helps. Go to our Patreon page. We got stuff early. We got t-shirts. We got bumper stickers. We got swag. Please help support us on there. Every dollar you give us goes right back into this beautiful studio. And I have big plans for a bar right over there.
Well, don't say that. Say we're going to buy a new camera or something. We'll pay
We
for the
are
bar.
getting a new camera, but We'll get it.
No one wants to give you money for a bar. They want to give you money for better video, better audio.
There is a study that says if you're a panhandler and say, please give me money, I want to spend it on booze, you get more money than saying I have a kid or I need a bus ride to see my mom in the hospital.
That's sad.
More people give money if you just say, I'm going to blow it on drugs and alcohol.
They appreciate honesty, I guess.
So I'm going to build a bar right over there, universe. I'll put your name on a dollar and stick it on the wall if you want. So, Dana, where can we find comedy from you?
Well, the best place to look is probably my Facebook page. If you put in my name,
Dana Ehrmann comedy,
Dana
Ehrmann. Yep. My alter ego. She sucks. But also, if you put in like at EHR_head, that'll get you to it.
Airhead?
Also, Airhead. Yeah.
There you go.
Nice.
Trying to use that to help people get how to say the last name, but I don't know if it's.
And your yet to be released podcast, what is it called?
Sweet Little Ladies.
Sweet Little Ladies. Look for that on your on iTunes
we will
soon.
share the page the day it comes out.
It.
We'll push Sweet Little Ladies for you.
Much appreciated.
So, all right, Mark, where can they find us? Let's wrap this one up.
Oh,
We've
sure.
got a quick one.
We are Off the Rails with Tom and Mark, and we are all over this great wide internet. We're on Twitter at Off the Rails TM. We're on Facebook at facebook.com/Off the Rails TM. Instagram at Off the Rails TM. Our website, offtherailstm.com. Email us articles and stuff, or you want to be on the show, or whatever.
Ask Tom anything. We're bringing that back for a pair of Summerfest tickets. I'm setting that up.
That's a different email address, sir. This is offtherailstm@gmail.com.
Okay.
Ask Tom anything is ask2manything414@gmail.com.
Too many things.
We are on SoundCloud, iTunes, YouTube, Stitcher, a bunch of other places. See our website for more details.
All right, universe. Thank you very much, Dana Ehrmann.
Thank you for having me.
And remember, we're not good enough.
Thanks for tuning in, universe. Rails.